Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Well, hello. Florence Pugh, I think, eats 11 English dishes. Okay. Vogue Mukbang. Yeah, sure. Don't get copyrighted, please. Hi. Hopefully I'm not talking to no one. Hello, guys. My name's Connor, and I like to watch things.
Hi Vogue, I'm Florence Pugh, and today I will be eating a bunch of British foods.
Let's do it. Okay, so there's gonna be spotted dick, there's gonna be bangers and mash, jelly deals.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just having a biscuit and tea.
Cookie.
This is
Biscuit.
an English breakfast, a full English, as you would say. You usually get this on the weekends after you've had a big night. This is a tomato, obviously. English sausages. Beans, black pudding. Black pudding is made from the blood of pork, I think. I didn't touch them for years, and then I had one in Scotland, and it was amazing. Fried egg, sunny
Really?
side up, obvi. Bacon.
Well done.
And eat away your hangover. I'm gonna try the black pudding.
I don't know why, I just imagine it tastes very metallic-y. No, I know why I think that. It's because it's made out of blood, but it...
That's a good black pudding. And it's spicy. It's fancy. Sorry, condiments. Is that the biggest Scotch egg I've ever seen? What's in there? I think it's pickled onions. It is pickled onions. I sometimes eat them raw. I went through a phase of drinking the vinegar out of the jar, just raw. Don't know why. Oh,
Delicious.
they're really pickledy. Okay, I'm gonna try the Scotch egg. And it's steaming, it's warm. So a Scotch egg is
It looks like a stuffy. Now, a stuffy is... You might not even know what it is if you live in, like, California or something. Lord. But a stuffy is kind of a New Englandy thing where it's a quahog shell with like clam meat and sometimes like chorizo sausage and a bunch of good stuff in it.
is a boiled egg, and around it
Tabasco
is
sauce.
breaded sausage, and then it's deep fried. Come here, ketchup. Bit of ketchup won't hurt anyone. My family and I are big on the food fronts, and my dad is the king of the kitchen, so at no point can you don the stove when he's donning the stove.
Shepherd's
Thank
pie?
you.
Oh, Cornish
What is
pasty.
that?
Pastry. Pasty.
Ooh, is this a Cornish pasty? A really tough one. Ah. Cornish pasty is
Like, to
usually
me, I would probably just eat this thing. Maybe it's bad. I'd probably just, like, eat it like a hamburger. Or, like, I don't even know if I would cut it. It just seems so perfect just to, like, start biting.
Cornish pasty is usually a meat-filled pasty, puff pastry, and I think it was invented by Cornish miners or builders. I think basically it was a food that would be able to be transported in their back pocket, and they'd be able to take it to work. I think that's correct. If not, someone was quite clearly pulling the pisser.
Pulling my pisser?
That's a tasty Cornish pasty. This is a shepherd's pie.
Ooh.
My mum makes the best
One of my
shepherd's
favorites.
pie, although my dad says that he makes the best shepherd's pie, so between them, they both think that they both make their own best shepherd's pie. We never say which one we like more. Should I try a bit of tzatziki on it? I've never tried tzatziki on a shepherd's pie. It's good. Tzatziki good.
Worcestershire sauce on mashed potatoes on a I love Worcestershire sauce on a shepherd's pie. It's delicious.
Goes with everything. Most of the film sets that we've been on, at the end of a day's shoot, we'll go home and one person will cook. So, for example, on Midsummer, Jack would cook a curry, and I'd cook a ratatouille, because that's one of my favorite meals. I got everybody into my mulled wine on Little Women. They loved that, but it's time for some more food.
I didn't even know ratatouille was a real dish until like a few months ago, because I heard of the movie Ratatouille, and I just assumed it was just like a French rat. But I never saw the movie. Okay, I remember seeing and being like, oh, it's a cool name. Like maybe that's its name, Ratatouille.
Oh yay!
Never
Fish
mind.
and chips. What's this? Is this malt vinegar? Oh, it's malt vinegar. Oh, this actually smells like a really good fish and chips. I think my granddad would be proud. My granddad used to work in the fish docks in Grimsby, so he's
Malt
like
vinegar.
a big fish expert. Yet again.
Easy, interesting, and I feel like that might be good.
Ketchup. Every single one of English meals deserves ketchup on it. Okay.
I am a big ketchup fan.
Ooh, it's a good crunch. And then we're just gonna do a bit of this. Okay. Mmm. Fish
I
and
like
chips.
how she gets
Oh,
everything
that's
together
good.
on one bite.
Mmm. I hear the crunch. In some fish and chip places, you can take your own piece of fish to the chippy and they will deep fry it for you, which
Oh,
is
that's
pretty
cool.
cool, I thought. My granddad does that. Ah, sorry, I don't have any space. I'm so excited. Hang tight. I'm gonna cleanse the palate. It plopped on my forehead. Oh. Ooh. It's a snake and It's a steak and ale pie with a bit of mash. I have no idea what goes into making one of these, but usually they put a beer in there.
Seems like a cross between a Cornish pasty paste and a shepherd's pie, sort of, or a chicken pot pie.
Which is why it smells so good. Is this a steak and kidney? And I think that has melted butter dribbled on the top. It does. That's so naughty.
Naughty. The way to go.
These are quite heavy foods. It's good though. I don't drink water, so I have tea. So this is very new for me.
You don't drink water?
What is that? Is that Branston pickle? Oh, it's Branston pickle. One of my most favorite condiments. I don't know what it's doing. Most favorite condiment.
Oh, she's an actress. Wanna?
I don't know what it's doing with this though. I have no idea what this is. Ooh. I'm stumped. I have no idea what that is. What is it?
Same.
Bubble and Squeak? Well, this is a fancy Bubble and Squeak. The idea behind Bubble and Squeak, it's usually the day after a roast, and there's leftovers. Mashed potato, cabbage, meat if you have it.
Okay.
You put it in the pan and you fry it. But this is fancy. This isn't a whole hot pan and everything. Ooh.
I love how she said bubble and squeak.
I cook pretty much most evenings or lunchtime. I really like it. I find it really therapeutic. For example, I had a really stressful weekend about 3 weeks ago, and my friend was like, let's just go and order food and get a delivery. And I was like, no, I need to cook and I need to chop onions. But it's great. I love it.
She seems nice.
No! I need a Tide pen. Don't worry, I have my own.
Andy.
See, that's the downside to having such big sleeves. Yay! The magic of Tide pens. It's actually working. Yes! And then you just let that sit for a bit. Okay. Is this a roast? It is a roast. Is it a roast?
It's a Cornish hen.
I don't think I've had Maybe I have. Let's give it a go. I learnt years ago from Jamie Oliver that he has this really clever way of cutting along the backbone, and then there's a little ridge there where you just nestle the knife down, and you essentially can just push the whole breast off. Thanks, Jamie Oliver. I love Brussels sprouts. There's so much hate on Brussels sprouts, and I love them. This is my favorite dish so far.
With bacon, maybe?
My little sister has this ongoing bit, which is whenever Dad says we're having chicken, Mole goes, again? It's like Tetris, but for food. Sticky toffee pudding.
You guys, pudding.
Have any juice? Can I?
Pudding. So it looks like a cinnamon roll. Pudding. Okay, pudding.
Have some juice. Thank you. Ribena! Every person's childhood is full of Ribena.
Not mine. Welch's.
Delicious. Thank you for my juice. Oh, this has potential to be really messy. Go. Yeah, let's taste you. Dun 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 dun. Trifle, trifle, trifle. Quite possibly one of the most English desserts there is.
Strawberry shortcake.
That's good. My mum usually makes a very boozy version of this. So there's always a Cointreau or like a sweet rum or a liqueur, and it always sits at the bottom. So I'd shove my spoon in and then put it in my mouth, and it would be just not fun for a child. But as an adult, I'm appreciating what she's doing a bit more. Thank you. Oh my goodness, it's a Victoria sponge. Guys, this is a magnificent sight.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a deep Victoria sponge. This was the first pudding that I loved. And I think
So pudding is a cake, right?
it's because of the film Calendar Girls. Helen Mirren was in a cake baking competition, and she bought a Victoria sponge from the shop instead of baking it. It was a massive issue, lots of drama. And then I remember eating a Victoria sponge. Oh, it's so moist. And realizing that I was eating the same cake that Helen Mirren took from the shops. It's so crumbly. Hang on.
Damn, that looks good. It does look quite moist.
That's a good Victoria sponge. I think even my gran would be impressed. And it's got 2 really big tears. And strawberries. I wouldn't have been able to eat any of this wearing the costumes in Little Women. You're wearing a corset, and as beautiful as corsets are, the design of them is to make everything about a woman smaller. And it's funny because you quickly realize that anything you put in your mouth, you are using up breathing space. So you end up having to weigh up if you want to eat food or if you want to breathe.
Why do you do that? Just do not wear the corset. Why?
It's very simple, but they are beautiful. I'll say that.
I don't know the complexities of 19th century British fashion, okay? So maybe...
that. I'm gonna be truthful. At the beginning of this session, I couldn't feel my stomach against the dress. I now can. Thank you guys for watching me eat all this food. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a wonderful day. Bye!
Thank you. That was nice. About what I expected. Okay, I'm past the pudding. I know what pudding means. Shepherd's pie, amazing. Everything, and fish and chips, everything looked pretty good. I'm more of a savory than sweet kind of person. Like I'm much more attracted to the fish and chips, the meat pie and that stuff than I am the cakes and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like cake every now and then, but just not as appetizing to me as what is in front of her right there. Cool video. Awesome. What am I gonna do? I'm out of content. No, I'm gonna find some history. See you guys next time.